Welcome back, everyone. Today we're talking about the backside heel flip. This has been a long time request from a lot of you guys, and we're just getting to it today. So this is how I set up for the backside heel. Pretty much similar to a heel flip, except the only obvious difference being when you do the trick, when you begin swinging the arms, that's where the difference really starts taking place. You'll notice that I always swing the arms in pretty much every 180-degree flip trick. You'll see me do backside flip, half cab flip, frontside flip. It always kind of begins with a swinging of the arms, and that just helps get the momentum that you need to start the spin. So set up like a normal heel flip. This is how I do my heel flip. If you guys set up differently, you can try it another way. I'll explain why I set up this way though in a little bit here, but you want to set up like you would for a normal heel flip. Wind up your arms and begin the popping motion, and you'll begin the backside 180 and the heel flip, and the goal is to really catch it at about 90 degrees. As I usually mention in my other 180-degree flip trick tutorials, you'll notice that I'm always talking about breaking the trick into two different parts. So the first half would be the flip trick and the 180 and just really catching it at that halfway point. The second half is just maintaining that momentum and just completing the rotation. So I think breaking up these tricks into two easily understandable parts just helps you learn it easier. The reason why I set up my back foot with only the toes on the board on the opposite side from the front foot is that it helps create that opposite pressure effect. And I've spoken about this on my tray flip tutorials. It really helps with tray flips. So if you go back on the video, I basically explained that in a tray flip, when you put the pressure on the toe side and you start popping the board, it really brings the board up on the opposite side, on the kickflip side, and that's what really helps you get a really good effortless kickflip. It makes the kickflip easier. So for a trick like this, for the backside heel flip, you're doing it on the opposite, and you have the front foot in the heel flip position and the back foot with the toes on the board and on the opposite side. And when you pop the board, it brings the board up on the heel flip side, and it makes the heel flip easier. It helps you get a lot easier of a heel flip. It makes the flick go a lot smoother, and that helps me get a good heel flip almost every single time. So I kind of have this opposite setup effect every time I do a heel flip, a backside heel, nollie front heel, whatever the case is. I usually have that opposite setup, and that really helps me get a good solid heel flip. So that's my tip for doing it. You don't have to do it that way, but I just think that that's the best way for me to get a solid heel flip on this trick. So those are my tips on the backside heel flip. Just set up like you normally would for a heel flip. Give my suggestion a go with the pressure effect. I think it really helps. Make sure you wind up your arms as always. Focus on doing a 90-degree heel flip, catching it at that halfway point and then finishing off the rotation. I think the main problem with this trick is just the timing on the heel flip and the 180. Sometimes you'll, focus on the 180 more than the heel flip, and you won't get a good heel flip. The board won't finish rotating. I think that's the most common issue with this trick, and the best way to do that is to just really come back to focusing on the halfway catch of the heel flip. By the time you're halfway done rotating, you should probably be catching the heel flip, and that's just it's a good rule of thumb to help you get the timing right. So those are my tips on the backside heel. Thank you guys as always for watching. Comment down below your flip trick suggestions, and I will see you next time.